You're listening to the Animal Free Labcast, the podcast that puts humans, not animals, at the heart of medical research. Welcome to the Animal Free Labcast, everyone. I am back again this week with my co-host, Dr. Gemma Davis. Hello, Gemma. Welcome back.
Thank you. Hello. Nice to see you. And thank you so much to Isabel for holding the fort last time. She did a fantastic job with the public affairs takeover.
She did, yeah. We missed you, but she did a fab job.
Oh, thank you. But yes, she did. Very safe hands to leave you in. So, Carla, in the last episode, you promised everyone a secret squirrel announcement. So shall we tell everyone about it?
Oh, yes, I did. Yes, let's do it. So as everybody who normally listens, our regular listeners, you will know we are campaigning for Herbie's Law to end the use of animals in medical research. And it was World Animal Free Research Day a couple of days ago on the 27th of May, Tuesday, where we officially launched our new Herbie's Heroes campaign. So you may have already seen some gorgeous photos of our new celebrity Herbie's Heroes this week if you're subscribed to our emails or if you follow us on the socials. They feature some beautiful beagles who have kindly stepped in for Herbie because he's too old to do it now, bless him. So Luna and Elvis, who were photographed by the amazing celebrity photographer Rankin, who has literally photographed everybody, anybody you've ever heard of. If you Google... Rankin has photographed him. He's such a legend, and he kindly decided to get involved in the campaign, which is brilliant of him.
Yeah, fantastic.
So we have got these beautiful photos with our new celebrity Herbie's Heroes. And this episode, you're going to hear about why some of those celebs have decided to join us. We've got some really touching moments.
Yeah, this is all so exciting, and we're really gaining momentum with Herbie's Law and getting closer to real change every day. But having these celebs on board is a huge step towards increasing awareness and making sure that our message is heard by decision makers. So we can't wait for you to hear all about why they've decided to join the campaign and why it's so important to them personally.
So, without further ado, who have we got first, Gemma?
Yeah, so up first we have Deborah Meaden. So obviously a very successful business person, probably best known as one of the dragons on BBC TV show Dragon's Den. So Carla and Deborah sat down for a chat during our photo shoot at Rankin's studio. So let's hear why Deborah wanted to become one of Herbie's heroes.
Deborah, thank you so much for supporting Herbie's Law. It really means the world to us. What made you want to get involved?
Well, I think it's really important. I think a lot of people don't even think about the animals that are used in experiments and laboratories in this country. I think they'd be shocked if they knew how many it was. And I guess the really shocking thing is that 2.6 million animals are actually in laboratories. But actually, of the results, 92% of the results that come out of that, so out of animal testing, when it actually goes to human trials, it fails. So it's a shocker. Those animals have given up their lives and their health to really only fail. And there are alternatives. I think that's the thing. Yeah. There are better alternatives. In the olden days, there weren't. But now that we have them, it makes it a lot worse.
Absolutely.
That we're not using them.
Absolutely. If you could say one thing to decision makers who are thinking about how to phase out animal testing right now, what would that be?
I think it's really difficult at the moment. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of priorities, and that kind of makes nothing a priority, everything a priority and nothing a priority. But this is something that it's not just of this moment. If we think about the results, if we think about the human side of this as well as the animal side of this, of course we don't want to be experimenting on animals. But we also want to be doing the right thing for humans. And there are now better alternatives. So it seems like it's come together. It is better if we don't experiment on animals.
Absolutely. We've got patients who are desperate for cures and that are waiting for better treatments. This is the way to achieve that.
Absolutely right. And it is. I'm going to say it again. It's pretty shameful that 92% of the results that come out of animal testing when they go to human trials, they fail. That's poor odds.
You wouldn't tolerate that kind of failure rate in any of your businesses?
Absolutely right. I'd be thinking I need to do something differently.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Deborah. We really appreciate your support and for helping us to spread the word.
No, well, thank you for asking me to be part of something that is really so important.
So Deborah Meaden there, clearly very passionate about the cause, and she knows all her stats and facts and figures.
She does.
She's exactly right. Like she said, she wouldn't tolerate that failure rate in any of her businesses. So why should we when we're talking about something as important as our own health?
Absolutely. It was so good to talk with her. She's clearly so committed to making change for animals. And on the day, she was telling us all about her lovely dogs and the mischief that they get up to. And you can clearly see how close this cause is to her heart. So just so delighted to have her on board as one of Herbie's heroes.
So next up, we have Pandora Christie. So she's a radio presenter and DJ. So let's hear from Pandora about why she's supporting Herbie's Law.
It is a pleasure to actually be here, and what you're doing is just incredible.
What inspired you to get involved in the campaign?
You.
Oh, thank you.
It was actually you. It's why you do what you do. And I was just, do you know what? I was shocked when you told me about the amount of dogs and animals that are still being used in experiments today in 2025. I couldn't understand it. It's almost like a fictional number. And it's devastating that we just carry on our usual life, and these things are happening, and it needs to stop. And it's taken someone like yourself to step forward and be these dogs' voices. And I think it's just amazing what you're doing.
It's really hard to get your head around that big number, isn't it? That 2.6 million animals, and like what the reality of life must be like for them.
I mean, I don't want to imagine, because it's heartbreaking. And the fact that we're sitting here right now and I'm talking to you and it's happening and they're in there, it's torture. And that's simply it. I think that something needs to happen. It needs to happen fast. I think the government need to step up. I think it's been brushed under the carpet for far too long. And that number needs to be drilled home, I think, to everyone. Because they don't know it. I didn't know it.
People don't know, do they?
No.
And we're busy, right? People don't want to think about this. It's a big, difficult thing, and we've got complicated lives. We just want to keep, we don't want to think about what's happening to animals.
Exactly. And it is that blind eye. It's like, if you see something where it's in a newspaper or in a magazine and it looks too horrific, you can turn the page. Yeah. And I think what's really important about what you're doing is you're bringing home, and it's got nothing to do with, showing people. It's about telling them, because sometimes people they don't want to see it. They don't want to see what's going on, because that's when they hide from it, and that's when they do turn that page. But what you're doing is you're being their voice. And that's why I think it's so important, because we listen to what you're saying. And look what's happening, like here today, me meeting you and, with your whole campaign and how far you have got. It's incredible. Yeah.
And it's thanks to you for helping us to raise the profile, and use your voice and be the voice of the animals who haven't got a voice for themselves. Sorry, everyone, I'm choking up because I have a problem on my tonsil, as well as how terrible
I didn't know that. So you've got that and the grapes. So
and the grapes.
It's all going on right. It's all going on right now.
So thank you so much for raising the profile of this issue.
I'm gonna take over. Okay. You are so welcome. I think I need to help you out as well. I think that's what I need to do. No, seriously, thank you so much for inviting me here. I think it's just amazing to be part of something that is so important. And I think that you are going to make such a big change. And I'm here right behind you all the way.
Well, we're all going to do it together.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pandora.
Love you.
Love you too. Oh, well, so despite nearly choking, which is just typical, isn't it? You get to interview one of the professionals and I can't speak. But I had a really great conversation with Pandora, and huge thanks to her for speaking out and for being a voice for the animals. Yeah. Clearly, I was not up to it when I was talking to her. I didn't have a voice at all. But it's so important for all of us who love animals to use our voices for them when they work.
Yeah, absolutely. We had so much fun with Pandora. She's got so much positive energy, and it's really great to hear how passionate she is about this. You know, she raised there that many people just aren't aware of the numbers of animals that are used in British labs every year. And as Deborah rightly mentioned, that number is over 2.6 million animals of all kinds. It's mice, rats, dogs, cats, horses, birds, monkeys, everything. But like she said, it's up to all of us to work together to spread the awareness and call for change. So thank you so much to Pandora for getting involved.
Okay, so our next Herbie's hero is Kirsty Gallacher. She's a broadcaster and animal welfare campaigner.
It's so important for me to be here and to be supporting you guys and what you're doing, and I'm a huge animal lover and dog lover, so yeah, it's amazing. Thank you.
Have you always been an animal lover?
Yes.
Yeah.
I always was obsessed with animals, insects, like just fascinated by them, and had loads of pets, and was always in the garden, looking at things, and like why I'm not a vet or a scientist, I wouldn't know, but actually I do know. I think there was a period where I wanted to be a vet because I just wanted to make every animal better, but I don't think I could have emotionally coped with it.
Right,
That's my issue.
Yeah.
But no, I you know, I'm a huge animal lover. Brought up with all sorts of animals. My parents are lovely animal lovers, and I just, I just find animals suffering in any way unforgivable.
Yeah.
And I don't kill a fly. I won't even. I mean, there's a bit of a joke in the house, you know, that if there's a fly, I'm like, no, don't hurt it. You must get it out. You know.
Yeah, you've got to run after it with a dustpan and brush and try and get it out of the window.
Well, that's what I do. And my kids are like, but they are like me, actually, really. And in fact, Jude once, my youngest, he was only little and he stepped on a bumblebee by accident. It didn't kill it, by the way. Didn't kill it. And he was like, oh no. And I'm like, oh God, what have I created here? So
you brought them up properly then.
Yes, I did. You know, you shouldn't harm any living thing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Not knowingly. No.
And you share your home with dogs as well, I think.
Yes, two rescue dogs. We sadly lost Betsy, who was an amazing girl, just over a year ago. And then we have a rescue tortois as well.
A rescue tortois?
Yes, Theo. He was very important.
Theo the tortoise.
Yeah, he's the boss, actually. He sort of, if you put him down, he just goes for the dog's ankles. It's quite funny. Yeah.
How old is he?
Oh, he's not that old. I think he's probably about, I mean, it's difficult to know, he's a rescue, but he's probably about 12.
Do they not live till that?
Yeah, he's in my will.
Yeah.
No joke, he's in my will.
Good.
He has to go to it, he has to stay in the family.
Yeah.
Because he will absolutely outlive me, I'm sure. I don't hibernate him because I'm too nervous he won't wake up. He actually doesn't he's not a hibernator. But no, he's incredible, he really is. He's... I used to get emotional watching, you know, you're younger than me, Lassie and Varys and Black Beauty.
Yeah.
All these animals and all these wonderful films and programmes. I was just like, no.
Blue Peter and Goldie.
I loved Blue Peter.
Yeah.
Loved Goldie.
Yeah. George, I always wanted a tortoise. We weren't allowed one.
Yeah, we didn't have one as kids. I've come into having one later in life.
Yeah.
But that's fine, you know? So,
absolutely.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful. We live in the countryside and we live lots of fields, loads of sheep and loads of animals, and just a baby calf. A cow gave birth to a baby the other day, and springtime's beautiful because you've got everything sort of blossoming. And it's just, animals make my day better. I don't know, I think for people who haven't been brought up with pets and animals, it's a travesty. It's like you don't know what you're missing. It's just a simple joy that they, you know, and they can, I really feel animals can heal people. You know, if you're having a bad day, and they don't know what's going on, they just want love. It's unconditional. And for me, that's incredible. And how we can hurt animals in any capacity is absolutely beyond me.
That's what makes it so hard for me when I see Herbie at home, who's a beagle, and he started off in
How's
a lab.
he doing?
Yeah, bless him. He's 15 now, so he's getting on.
15?
Yeah, he's retired, so
well done.
Yeah, bless him. He's had a lovely life though.
Yes, he has.
Yeah, but to see his character and how much love he has to give, and you know the joy that he has in his life, and then to think that there are animals just like him.
I can't.
It's really heartbreaking.
I can't actually, and it's how dare we do what we do to animals. You know, we must live side by side. We must not abuse. And this goes for lots of elements of animal welfare for me, in which I'm quite involved. I just, it devastates me. And how people can treat, like, you know, how people can do what they do. And animal testing, such a simple thing which we don't need to do. You know, scientific research, it has been proven that we can do it without testing on animals.
Yes, we've moved on.
Yeah, we've moved on.
Yeah.
But I don't think a lot of people know about that. And I think that's a conversation that I'm very grateful for you and for us doing this. It's so important.
I think a lot of people they just don't have any awareness that this is still happening.
People just think, oh, we have to.
Yeah, well,
no, we don't.
Yeah.
I think it's that sentiment.
Yeah, the science has really moved on now. There are so many different alternatives that can be used.
Yeah, and I've been in debates and talks with scientists who've been showing us, like, quite, you know, obviously I'm not exactly scientifically wired, but the basics. I understood the basics.
Yes.
We don't need to do it.
No.
And I think that is the sentiment completely. It's like, we have moved on.
Yeah.
We need to stop this. The thought that 2.6 million animals suffer for scientific research is, for me, absolutely shocking. And I think if more people knew that, I think they would be devastated.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone has any awareness, actually.
Yeah, and if people got to see, you know, the labs that I've been around with, there's just really high-tech equipment now. You know, it really has moved on leaps and bounds. You could just see for yourself that this is a thing that it's a question of when, not if.
And absolutely. The other thing being that beagles are tested on, I don't think people understand why. It's because they've got docile, placid characters, and they just let things happen to them. That surely, with you now being at home with Herbie, must be really, really difficult.
Yeah.
To see him sort of like,
I know, because of his character.
Yeah.
Although I have to say, he's quite stubborn.
It's good he's learned to be stubborn. You've got to give him that.
Got to
Just give him that, Carla. Yeah, I know.
Bless him.
I know.
Well, thank you so much, Kirsty, for all that you're doing and, you know, for being a voice for animals across the board as well as for animals in laboratories.
Thank you so much. It's very important, and we won't stop, will we?
We won't stop until we've done it. Thank you.
Oh, so lovely to hear from Kirsty there. She's such a genuine animal lover, and this is clearly quite an emotional topic for her, so you can tell it means a lot to her to be able to use her voice to bring attention to Herbie's Law and make these changes for animals in labs.
Yeah, I really loved talking with Kirsty. It's so nice when you meet someone who feels like a kindred spirit, especially when we're talking about animals and such an important cause. So thank you, Kirsty.
And our last guest today is Pete Wicks, who is a broadcaster, author and animal welfare advocate. So let's hear from Pete.
We're here in Rankin's lovely studio in North London with the lovely Pete Wicks. Thanks so much for joining us, Pete.
Thanks for having me. The fact that you've got a couple of dogs here is, it's just been the best day ever.
They're gorgeous, aren't they? Elvis and Luna.
Stunning.
Little beagles. So what made you agree to get involved in Herbie's Law, Pete?
Do you know what? I've always been a person that prefers animals to people.
Yeah.
Present company accepted, of course.
Bless you.
But yeah, animals, they make me happy. They make me feel safe. It's the only time I feel really comfortable is around animals. I've got 2 dogs myself, 2 rescue dogs, but it's not just dogs, it's all animals. And in 2025, I think it is absolutely wild the amount of animal testing that's still going on when there are so many other options. So I think it's an amazing charity and I think it's an amazing cause. So of course, anything I can do to support it, I would.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your help and support. I know what you mean about dogs and animals. I think a lot of our supporters feel like that too. There's just something very magical about connecting with an animal, isn't it?
Do you know what it is? I think animals are very simple in the way they think, which is they want love, and whatever love you give them, they give back tenfold. And I think that's a really beautiful, beautiful thing. So, being around animals is something that just makes me smile. It makes me happy. Yeah. In a world where sometimes it's tough to do that, I think the more we can champion animals, the better.
Yeah, they're a lot less
complicated,
and they're better communicators.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. I mean, my 2 are definitely very good at communicating, my dogs, exactly what they need.
Yeah.
But, exactly what they need. But yeah, I think animals in general, the way they support us as humans, I think is something that, you know, should be commended. And it's really difficult because they can't speak to us.
Yeah.
They can't tell us how they feel. They can't tell us some of the traumatic things that they may have been through. And if you can kind of be a little bit of a voice for the voiceless, then I think it's a great thing to try and do. So, and what you guys are doing, I think, is just fabulous.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, animals in laboratories don't have a voice at all. No. So if we can shed some light on them and the experiences that they're having, that's really important. Thank you so much for helping us with that.
Thank you so much for having me. Honestly, I think, like I said, I think you're a hero. You know,
oh,
they say,
well, you're Herbie's hero, Pete.
Listen, they say not all heroes wear capes. They wear beautiful pink jackets.
Oh, bless you. Or amazing T-shirts.
Or amazing T-shirts. Nice. I see what you did there. I like it. Smart.
Brilliant. Thank you for joining us, Pete.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you, Pete. You're such an animal lover. And a lovely plug there about our gorgeous new T-shirts, as modelled by all of our celebrity Herbie's heroes. And they've been designed by the award-winning illustrator Emily Sutton, whose work is just incredible. If you haven't seen her before, please do look her up. She's done this beautiful illustration of all of the animals who are currently used in laboratories, imagining what a brighter future looks like for them when they're no longer being used. And that it's just stunning. So please do have a look on our website and, you know, to have a look at her beautiful illustration. You can also buy the T-shirts online via our shop, which you can visit at animalfreeresearchuk.org/shop.
Yeah, the T-shirts with Emily's design are so beautiful. So by treating yourself to one, you'll be helping to support Herbie's Law, and you'll also look great at the same time.
Oh, you really will.
You will. So also keep your eyes peeled on our social media channels over the next couple of weeks, because we'll be giving away 2 signed T-shirts that have been signed by all of our lovely celebrities.
Yeah, they're great. Looking forward to somebody winning those.
Yeah.
And what's also so exciting, so this is a little bit of a teaser for next week. If you're in London from next week, so week commencing 2nd of June, you can see the beautiful photos that Rankin took for us displayed at Westminster Tube Station. So if you're over that way, do go and have a look. They'll be on the Jubilee line on the way up, on the escalators going up into Westminster. So go and have a look, take a selfie with your favourite celeb image and do share them with us. We'd love to see it. We're going to go, aren't we, Gemma, and do some selfies?
Yeah, we'll go have some selfies. Yeah, it's all so exciting. And we want these Herbie's Heroes images to be seen by as many people as possible. So this is an amazing opportunity for that. And we've got so much else going on at the moment as well. So if you'd like to become a Herbie's hero yourself, why not take part in our 100-kilometre challenge? So in the challenge, we're tasking you to walk, run, skip or move, however you'd like to move, 100 kilometres over 30 days to raise vital funds for Herbie's Law. So whether this is with your furry friend, a human friend, or even by yourself to get some lovely exercise and all this nice sunshine we've been having, if you sign up for the challenge, you'll receive a special limited edition Herbie's Hero bandana that you can wear, or your furry friend can wear. And also, if you complete the 100 kilometres and raise over £50, you'll receive a special Herbie's Hero badge and certificate as a special thank you from Herbie. Aww. So don't forget as well to join our dedicated Facebook group to meet other people taking the challenge too. Just search for Herbie's Heroes 100 kilometre challenge on Facebook.
Thank you so much to everyone who's signed up so far. Good luck reaching your goal, and please do keep us updated with your progress. So amazing what you're doing. Thank you. And if you haven't signed up yet, you know, we'd love you to get involved. So let's not forget the poll question from last time, because it's something that we always do. So yeah, Gemma, tell us what the poll results are.
Yeah, so Isabel set the poll question for us last week, which was, should organisations using animals in research be required to pay into a fund to develop non-animal methods?
Now, well, I thought this was going to be quite controversial. So what were the results?
Well, actually, it was overwhelmingly yes. 98.8% of people voted yes. So that's 504 votes for yes. Yeah, and only 6 votes for no. So pretty clear
normally
decision
there's one,
there.
Isn't there?
Yeah, we always say there's always one, but this time there was 6. So yeah, we had some interesting comments as well on the social media. So for example, Lisa from Instagram says, yes, it's a positive investment for them. And, I got to agree with that. I would say it's not only, a positive way to put money towards the development of non-animal methods, but the other side of it is that by increasing the costs associated with animal experiments, which are already very high and often higher than using non-animal alternatives, this might really make people think twice about their experiments and if they really do need to use animals, while also actively helping to develop and validate alternatives. It really is a win-win on lots of levels.
Absolutely. Conscious Skincare on Instagram said, yes, they should, as well as having to explain in detail why they find it necessary to use animals. And again, we, completely agree with that. We've something we've talked about in previous episodes, that as part of the licensing process, scientists are asked to explain why they have decided to use animals over an alternative. And at the moment, sadly, this is being treated as little more than a tick box exercise. So it absolutely needs to be enforced and questioned much more thoroughly.
Yeah, absolutely. And then one more comment from Richard from Instagram. They should all be shut down immediately, but rather this than nothing. So yeah, of course, as much as we'd love to see an immediate end to animal testing, we do unfortunately still have a way to go. And that's exactly what Herbie's Law is all about, of course. Yes. But as Richard says, this is better than nothing. And financial incentives often do work, particularly these days when funding is so hard to come by. It might just be that push that makes people think a bit harder about how else they can do their work in more ethical and human specific ways.
Loads of interesting points there. So thank you everybody who commented. So Gemma, that is almost all we have time for this week. In the next episode, we've got the next cohort of our Celebrity Herbie's Heroes. So we'll be hearing from Jake Lambert, Russell Kane and Diane Morgan. So that's going to be another great episode. But before we go, Gemma, what's this week's poll question?
So this week's poll question is, would you like to see more public figures using their voice to support Herbie's Law? Yes or no? And as always, you can vote on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, X and Carla's Substack, the Animal Free Labcast, and we'll discuss the results in the next episode. And something else that you can do as well to create some more awareness around this is to tag the celebs or public figures that you would like to see become the next Herbie's hero. And the more we can do to bring awareness to this very important cause, the better. Absolutely. So if you'd like to tell us your thoughts about the poll or anything else in this episode, you can also leave us a message on 0208 054 96 95. That's 0208 054 96 95.
And tell us the poll question one more time, Gemma.
It is, would you like to see more public figures using their voice to support Herbie's Law? Yes or no?
Brilliant. Well, please get voting, everyone. Yeah. And please do stay part of the conversation by reading my brand new companion blog on Substack. Just search for Animal Free Labcast to read and subscribe. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll be back in a fortnight with another very special episode.
Thanks for listening. See you soon.
You've been listening to the Animal Free Labcast, the podcast that puts humans, not animals, at the heart of medical research. If you want to find out about more ways to move to a world of animal-free research, then head to our website, animalfreeresearchuk.org. And if you'd like to send us an audio message about the poll or anything else you've heard in the podcast, then leave us a voicemail on 0208 054 9695. That's 0208 054 9695. Thank you for listening.